What's up, fellow Suns fans? How's everybody doing tonight? What is going on? Phoenix Suns fans, nice win. Do me a favor, you guys, and let's do a little mic test in here. You guys know how it is. We're going to wait just like a couple of minutes to get started, and then we're going to break down this game. Sort of a lot to talk about. We're going to have a fun show tonight, you guys. If you're a first-time viewer, do me a huge favor and make sure to destroy that like button. Share the stream while you're at it. Really helps support the channel. Appreciate everybody that's in here so far. Shout out to Hambone. Says Suns win. Cheers. Good win, boys. Says King J Rock. Jason says, let's go, Suns. Good win. Man, Bridges was on fire today. Can't wait to talk about Mikal Bridges. Mark Perez said 50 from Curry, and that didn't even matter. Oh, yeah. Warriors are struggling. So, yeah, you guys, we're going to wait about a minute or so to get into this. But before we get started, you guys, like I said, Hulk smash that like button, share the stream, really helps support the channel. I have a package here, and you know what? We're going to open it up. Oh, wait, it's already been opened up. Because I feel like I'm a little underdressed for this video. So we're going to open up this package that I got here. I'm going to kind of scoot back a little bit so you guys can see. Let me know how you guys are doing tonight. Let me know what you guys are drinking out there. But yeah, got this package here, and we're going to open this up. Oh, wait, what is this, you guys? What's going on here? Oh, my goodness. I just got this in the mail today, and I kid you not. The Sun City Edition hat. Let's get it out of the bag in all of its beautiful glory. Oh my. Now that it's actually out of the packaging, this thing is absolutely beautiful. I love the medicine wheel logo. It's absolutely beautiful. You got the Suns logo on the side right there. You got the turquoise and the blue right here. Look at that. A little bit of the black color in there too. The gray brim. Kind of wish that was red, to be honest. Man, that's a cool looking hat right there. So I'm a little underdressed, so I'm going to just pull up this graphic real quick and change my hat. Shout out to my guy, John, from the Suns Jam Session podcast, who was nice enough to make me this logo. So while I change hats, you guys can look at this logo. I'm just going to change my hat real quick. Ooh, and it fits perfectly. I didn't even need to adjust it, and it fits so perfectly. Yeah, I still got the tag on there. I know. So how's everybody doing tonight? Let's crack. You know what? I'm sorry. I actually have to take off the tag because that's gonna bug me if I had to like watch that throughout the entire video. if that price tag is, or the whatever it's called, is still on there. Okay. Anyways. So you know what, you guys? Let's crack open. Ooh, this hat looks awesome. Let's crack open a beer or whatever you guys are drinking, and we're gonna talk about this Phoenix Suns victory. Gotta crack open this beer real quick. By the way, drinking out of my son's koozie right here. Sorry for the dust on the bottom, the junk there. That's a cool koozie. So cheers to you guys. Let's do this. All right. Yeah, Jay Fish. I did see that. I did see that Jake Fisher stuff. We will talk about that later. Jake Fisher's a cool guy, by the way. And yeah, so we'll definitely talk about that later. Anyways, so I guess real quick on the Jake Fisher thing, just stay by your phones. That's what I gotta say. Anyways, all right, let's do this. So the Phoenix Suns get a nice victory. I don't want to call it like a much needed win, but it sort of was like a nice refresher, if you will, for a win, because the road trip didn't go as planned. The road trip was actually a lot longer than I expected. And even though it was just 4 games, it felt a lot longer than what it really was. So I feel like tonight's win was really needed. You know, this Phoenix Suns team, I say this with all due respect, this Phoenix Suns team is full of sore losers. and that's kind of a good thing. This team hates to lose. So I really feel like tonight's win was needed, and the fact that it happened against the Warriors was a bonus in my opinion. So there, how does one even break down this game, you guys? Let me just kind of start with my opening reactions and my thoughts. The Suns defense was really was slow to start, I should say. Steph Curry and Klay Thompson were getting up so many shots, and then all of a sudden, the Suns scored 10 straight points, and then Booker had a bucket and one right after that. 26-18. Suns go on a 15-4 run. All of a sudden, they have what 72 points in the first half. Now on the other side of that, the Warriors had like 62 or 65 or something like that. I think it was like 138 points combined between both teams. This was just a game full of runs, you guys. This was one of those games like whoever gets to 100 and something amount of points first wins. Or I even jokingly tweeted about this. I said like whoever has the most amount of points at the end of the game is going to win this game. This was just a huge scoring night for both teams. And even though the Suns won by double digits, it was a pretty high scoring game. Defense did not matter in this game. It's just one of those games. Let me just see if I'm missing anything. You guys are funny. Anyways, but yeah, just a high scoring game. And I'm looking at we're going to pull up the box score and the stat sheet real quick. Let's just pull that up real quick. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second here. How's everything sounding? How's everything looking? You guys doing okay out there? I'm a little rusty. I haven't done a live stream in like a week, so I'm kind of just getting back into the swing of things here. All right, so we're going to pull up the team stats, and then we'll pull up the box score. We're definitely going to talk about DeAndre Ayton and all that stuff. Let me click out of these stupid ads. Hopefully there's no nothing playing. Ooh, I don't know if I like the way that looks. Whatever, it's pulled up. All right, here we go. So Phoenix Suns shoot 51% tonight in tonight's game. Warriors shoot 45%. The Suns had 21 made three-pointers. Like I said, defense did not matter. The Warriors had 18 three-pointers. The Suns shot 52% from three, which someone correct me if I'm wrong here. That's a career high. Or not career high. That's a season high for the Phoenix Suns. I mean, I don't even remember the last time we shot like 45% from three. Warriors shot 42%. The Suns actually got to the free throw line. Yeah, that's a big deal right there. 21 made free throws. I think Devin Booker alone, I want to say at halftime, he was like 7 for 7 from the free throw line. So the fact that he was actually getting to the line in this game is absolutely huge. So thank you for the referees who actually let them play. The Suns won the rebounding battle 47-40. Both teams had over 30 assists or more. Suns won that department 33-30. 8 blocks for the Phoenix Suns. Both teams turned the ball over kind of a lot, 17 and 16. Just seeing if I missed any points. Both teams had 34 points in the paint, surprisingly. Biggest lead for the Phoenix Suns was 18. So before we get into the numbers real quick, let me just make sure I'm not missing anything. So let's just talk about the Warriors just real quick. Look, they're the defending champions, so I can't really talk too much shit. But they are struggling. Let's be real. They are now 0-8 on the road. Their defense is one of the worst in the league. I think they're like 25th in defensive rating. Prior to this game, and I think this was like a few days or like recently, they had lost like 5 in a row. Not coming into this game, but like recently, they had lost 5 in a row. Stephen Curry is Stephen Curry. He's absolutely insane. He had like a stretch where he was averaging like 42 points on like 65% shooting. And then he followed that game up with like 20 something, and he was insane. Then he obviously followed that up again with 50 points. He's playing at an MVP level. And as great as Stephen Curry is, he cannot do it all. Klay Thompson, something is going on with Klay Thompson, and maybe it's coming back from the terrible injuries that he's had, or maybe it's just a slow and bad start, or maybe Klay Thompson is just turning into this new Klay Thompson where he's not the defensive force that he once was. He's not an elite 3-point shooter anymore. Jordan Poole's been struggling. James Wiseman got sent to the G League. What? Like, dude, I understand it's early in the season, and I understand the reason why they would send James Wiseman to the G League. Like, I guess Steve Kerr was saying, like, we want to get him minutes on the floor and yada yada yada. Like, I guess I get that, but it's like, dude, you're 6-9 now. Like, you need all the help you can get. And I think it was Dave Pasch on the broadcast or Mark Jackson was talking about that. Like, dude, I wouldn't send my, so what was he, number 2 overall in the 2020 NBA draft to the G League? I was like, dude, just give him the real minutes, man. Let him get the experience to play in these kind of games. I don't think that was the best decision, but they're the defending champions. They've won 4 championships in 8 years. So what do I know, right? But yeah, that was really strange. So in short, that's my Warriors rant. They're really struggling. Stephen Curry is amazing, but he can't do it all. So I just wanted to kind of go on that rant real quick. So we looked up the totals for tonight's game, just real quick, and I kind of just wanted to skim through that. So what we're gonna do right now, hopefully I can click on out of all these weird ads that are popping up. Let me zoom in a little bit on my screen so you guys can kind of see what I'm looking at, and then we'll pull up the numbers. We'll do what we normally do, you guys. We talk about certain players. Then we're going to react to some highlights and stuff and all that. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted. I do want to show you guys a couple more things as well. And then we'll probably look at the NBA standings. I know it's kind of early. And we'll just have a good show tonight. If you guys got any questions, any comments or anything, just let me know. We will talk about the Jay Crowder stuff that recently just popped up. I'm going to take a sip of my beer. Cheers. Shout out to my guy Applebite Music. He says, Hulk, smash that like button. I heard a couple of your songs, man. You do really great work. So shout out to my guy Applebite Music. Um, yeah. Harmon, I hope I said your name right. Says, what did you think of Ish getting that 3 when he came in? Yeah, shout out to Ish Wainwright, man. Before we continue on with the show, if you guys didn't know, he recently lost his father. His father did pass away, Calvin Wright, rest in peace. And it was sad, man. I could tell that it really affected him. I could tell he was really close with his dad. He went live on his actually it was his sister. I guess his sister like stole his phone and went live, and they were like at a family friend gathering, and they seemed like they were in really good spirits. But it was good that Ish Wainwright did get on the floor, and he hit that first 3 like immediately, and I could tell that was for his dad. So shout out to Ish Wainwright, man. Terrible news, especially when you lose somebody so close to you like that. It's good to see that he's back on the floor and doing well. That he's back with the team. And Ish Wainwright is just such a good dude, man, especially off of the court. He loves playing for the Phoenix Suns, and he's somebody that I really like and respect. The dude's a workhorse. I've made a couple of videos about him on this channel, and I highly recommend that you guys go check that out. So I hope that Ish Wainwright and his family are okay. Thoughts and prayers, and it was just great to see him back on the court. Let me see. RIP Mr. Wainwright. Shout out to my guy, Super Mario Hoops. Hope you're doing well, man. Appreciate you being here. Great win, Suns Geek. Cameron Payne and everyone did great play in game everywhere. Yeah, it was a really good game. Good to see Dwayne Washington Jr. continue to get a blow. My unsung hero is Torrey Craig. He has really improved his 3-point shooting this season. All right. So I appreciate those comments, you guys. If you have any comments or questions or anything, I'll do my best to get to them. So what we're going to do now, you guys, we're just going to look at the numbers here. Do me a favor, you guys. If any like ads or something play while we're looking at this, let me know, because a while ago I was live and there was like some ads playing, and I'm a one-man show here. So please forgive me, you guys. Please forgive me of if there's any like audio issues or whatever. All right, so let me share the screen. We're just going to look and react to some of the statistics and everything. And let's see, box score. Here we go. All right. How we looking over here? All right, cool. We're actually not going to start with the Warriors. We're going to start with the Phoenix Suns. Let me take a sip of my beer and we'll continue on. So a big night, you guys. Big night for the Phoenix Suns, kind of all around. In my opinion, this was kind of an all-around win. Did you not cover the last few games? I didn't. Yeah, I didn't cover. I did watch the game, so I didn't cover the last few games. Shout out to my guys over at the Suns Jam Session podcast, who, by the way, John made me this awesome logo. John over at the Suns Jam Session podcast. I don't go live after every game like they do. I'm not a robot. I can't do that. I'm a one-man show here. I got other things going on. I wish I could go live after every game, but right now I just cannot do that. I try to go live as much as possible, but I'm a one-man show here. You guys get other great Suns content from me, so I just try to do as many live streams as I can. So anyways, all right, let's focus here. Sorry, guys, I'm a little rusty. I can already tell that this is going to be a really rusty live stream. All right, here we go. So let's talk about Torrey Craig real quick. 30 minutes tonight, 3 made threes, 13 points, and 10 rebounds. Look, statistically, Torrey Craig's rebounding may not blow you away, but he is a really talented rebounder. I'm serious. Some of those rebounds that he's been getting this season are super impressive, you guys. He just hustles for those rebounds, gets a lot of offensive rebounds as well. So Torrey Craig's really fun to watch on the rebounding. Also had 2 assists and 2 steals and 1 block. So shout out to Torrey Craig. I think it was Chuckster. I want to say that you said that he was one of your favorites for tonight. Mikal Bridges, 42 points, 5 made 3-pointers, 23 points, 9 assists, and 9 rebounds. Let me repeat that, you guys. 42 minutes, 5 made threes, 23 points, 9 assists, 9 rebounds. We all know what he does defensively. He was 1 rebound and 1 assist shy of a triple-double. Mikal Bridges has been awesome. And I understand that there's games where he does struggle. There are games where he is a little inconsistent. But then again, he has nights like this where he just explodes. He literally did everything tonight, you guys. So shout out to Mikal Bridges, man. I cannot praise Mikal Bridges enough. He deserved that contract extension that he got. He's another player that just loves playing for the Valley of the Sun. He's such a fun dude to watch. We all know what he does defensively, and I just love Mikal Bridges, man. Oh, wait. You know what? Okay, this is how rusty I am with these live streams. I haven't gone live in like a week, and I feel like I'm a first-time live streamer. I created a new Mikal Bridges drop. Shout out to my guys over at the Suns Jam Session podcast. They do these drops and everything. And I totally forgot to not only just upload it, but I forgot to show you guys the drop before I talked about Mikal Bridges. So I spent like an hour working on a couple of drops. I made one for Mikal Bridges. I made one for Devin Booker. And I wish I would have played you guys the drop before I went on my little Mikal Bridges rant. So with that being said, here is my new Mikal Bridges drop.
Suns fans, go Mikal Bridges, Mikal Bridges, Mikal Bridges. It's Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges.
You guys like that? I'm working on it, okay? I'm new to this consistent live streaming stuff, although I haven't live streamed in a week. I don't make good drops like my friends over at the Suns Jam Session podcast, but I had to make that Mikal Bridges drop. He absolutely deserves it. He's one of my favorite players in the league. He literally does everything for the Phoenix Suns. He's such a fun guy off of the court. If you guys just missed that, I will play that Mikal Bridges drop again because it is so good. I literally did that in like 10 minutes. I don't know. I was just bored one day. I had some time to kill, and I'm going to play it for you guys again because I like this drop. Let me play it for you guys again.
Suns fans, go Mikal Bridges, Mikal Bridges, Mikal Bridges. It's Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges.
I'm sorry. Anyways, um, so I did want to create one for DeAndre Ayton, but I just haven't had the time yet. And trust me, I will create a drop for DeAndre Ayton. Look, 14 and 7 and 2 assists. Not bad, right? But 4 turnovers, 3 fouls. This is why I hate the plus minus stat. Like if you ever use that in an argument against me, I'd be like, okay, well, that doesn't matter. I just hate the plus minus stat, although sometimes I do reference it. I don't want to say that DeAndre Ayton was terrible tonight, but he wasn't great either. And I do want to hear from you guys in the comments section. I really do. About how you thought of DeAndre Ayton's performance. Now, I do want to give a shout out here, and I'll pull up the tweet real quick because I think this is just a perfect summary of DeAndre Ayton's game. Um, excuse me. And I'm not saying that he didn't have good moments on the floor. Let me just, oh, wait. Hold on. Let me just pull this up real quick. And then I actually want to read you guys a conversation that I had about DeAndre Ayton. So again, I'm not saying that he was terrible tonight, but I'm not saying he was great. So shout out to Dave King over at Bright Side of the Sun. I think he kind of summed it up perfectly right here. He said DeAndre Ayton getting all of the chances in the world to dominate this game, and he's just fumbling it away. So unaggressive, and it's affecting his defense too, which is especially frustrating. I love that tweet. I feel like that really sums it up. And then I was talking to my guy Romp 2.0. Shout out to him. He's absolutely killing it on his channel. Go check him out, Romp 2.0. He also has the Sixers channel, Sixers Talk with Romp. So I'm talking to my guy Romp right here, right? And he goes, Ayton is so soft this half. Ayton's so soft this half. And I go, so soft most of the season. He's a good defender, but he overhelps on defense too much and lets his matchup score. I feel like he overhelps. He tries to like swat too many shots out there, and he just leaves his matchup, if you will. And he said, Suns are lucky Craig and Payne are acting like Ray Allen tonight. No defense from either teams. And he says, Ayton plays like a point guard, shies away from any contact. You think the coaches would have addressed this by now. So it's just another frustrating game for DeAndre Ayton. And I love DeAndre Ayton, you guys. I'm his biggest fan. I'm his biggest supporter, but I'm also his biggest critic. And I will hold my players accountable. Whether you love or hate Philadelphia 76ers fans, I got to say this, that they actually hold their players accountable. And we got to do that with DeAndre Ayton, you guys. And I understand that he's still 23, 24 years old or whatever. I know that he probably hasn't really hit his prime, and he is a top 10 center in this league, but we all know that he can be so much more. And it is frustrating. And I understand the NBA is extremely hard. As Eddie Johnson puts it, I'm a couch potato. He didn't call me this, but I'm a couch potato. You know what I mean? We're all couch potatoes criticizing these professional basketball players. But you guys, DeAndre Ayton could be so much more. He could be a top 5 center in this league. He just needs that aggression. He needs to become, even though he is a great defender, he needs to become an even better defender. I mean, did he even dunk in this game? And I hate to use the whole he doesn't dunk argument, but it's true, you guys. He's just one of the most frustrating, controversial players, but all at the same time, one of the best and most talented players the Phoenix Suns have ever had. Am I making sense, you guys? I feel like I'm talking crazy. I just I don't know. I just know that DeAndre Ayton can be so much more. And I hope and pray that he is better throughout his career. I said this at the start of the season. I think I said it during preseason. I said DeAndre Ayton needs to have a borderline all-star season. And I don't even think he's touched that yet. I don't think he's even sniffed a borderline all-star season. I'm not saying he's not going to get any votes or anything, but in a loaded Western Conference with talented all-star centers like Nikola Jokic, for example, uh, I don't know. And especially with the way that the votes go. I mean, I'm sitting here talking about an all-star appearance, and DeAndre Ayton's not even playing to that level. You guys get my point? Am I talking crazy? Should I just shut up and just take a sip of my beer? I don't know. So I want to hear from you guys in the comments. Before we continue on, I'll get to some comments. We're going to continue to look at the numbers and everything. I also have one more drop I want to play for you guys. I'm really proud of that Mikal Bridges drop, by the way. So let me just get to some comments here. I'm going to try to get to every single one. Let me see. uh Yeah, Iverson vlogs. I did see that Jake Fisher thing. I promise we'll talk about it. Um, Vision says Mikal Bridges. Yeah, Mikal Bridges was great. Benny the Bull cameo. Yeah, that clip is hilarious by Mikal Bridges. Let me see. I'm actually glad we took Ayton number one. I do agree with you on that. And Luca would not work. Plus, Tyson Chandler wasn't our long term center. We could have a whole like live stream podcast about that. But I do agree with you. And I have my thoughts that a lot of, I think, fans kind of disagree with. Why I do agree with you that DeAndre Ayton was the right pick. But I just went on a huge rant about DeAndre Ayton, about how he could be so much more. Let's see. He reminds me of TJ Warren, tons of talent, but is always injured. He played in like 7 games and suffered a separate injury in every single game. DA played like trash tonight. Let me just make sure. I still believe in Ayton. He'll make up for it as the years go on. Shout out to my guy, Manuel. Always super positive, always optimistic, always checking out the live streams and the content. Appreciate you being here, man. I do agree with you. And I hope that DeAndre Ayton does make it up. And look, it's not like he played super terrible tonight. Like the numbers were okay, but it was just the aggression. It was just a lot of bad sequences and a lot of like bad quarters, I guess you will. Like I think he played really bad in the third quarter, if I remember correctly. Just a lot of bad stretches, if you will. And that's kind of just the frustration. You know what I mean? Like we just know that he could be so much more. And I've said this like a million times, you guys. I'm like, I don't want to put unrealistic expectations on DeAndre Ayton. But if I know DeAndre Ayton like I think I do, and if I was actually talking to DeAndre Ayton right now and he heard what I was saying, I think he would agree with me because DeAndre Ayton should be his own biggest critic. And I mean that. Like you want your center who you gave the extension to and everything, who was the number 1 overall pick. You want him to have those high expectations and that pressure on him each and every single night. We all know that DeAndre Ayton can be better. So that's it. Like that's my DeAndre Ayton rant. I just wish Ayton had half the aggression that Stoudemire had. Exactly. All right, let's see. Let me just make sure I'm not missing anything. We'll continue on here. I kept hoping DA would feed off the energy that Jock was bringing. I'm so excited to talk about Jock Lindell, you guys. I freaking love Jock Lindell, man. I need to buy his jersey, and I'm not even joking. Let me see. Cody Kid, shout out to you, man. Appreciate you being here. Torrey Craig has the aggression that Ayton needs. Exactly. As long as the Suns win, I agree with that. Don't know if it's still feeling don't know if it's still feeling of neglect for not getting paid an early payday or if it's him and Monty or whatever, but his attitude reminds me of pre-Golden State Andrew Wiggins. Ooh, you should make a video about that, Super Mario Hoops. I'm serious. That was a good kind of analogy or a reference right there. I like that. Both Both were first number 1 overall picks too. Go figure. All right, let's see. It's so damn frustrating when Ayton misses those bunnies. He did get a few nice shots early on, though. I will give Ayton credit where credit's due. There were a few times he had a few, but I do agree with you. When he misses those bunnies or he misses those shots that we know he can hit, it is pretty frustrating. I do agree with you though. But there were some nice shots that he had tonight, though. All right. So I'm just making sure I didn't miss any comments. All right, cool. Let's move on here because I really want to play you guys this next drop. I'm really excited to talk about this next player. And I still need to get more drops done. I just need to quit being lazy and everything. Before we talk about campaign and how great his game was tonight, let's talk about Devin Booker. And let me just play this drop before we talk about it.
Devin Armani Booker.
Yeah, I like that drop too. I think I like the Mikal Bridges drop a little bit better, but yeah, that Devin Booker drop was pretty badass. Devin Booker didn't let Klay Thompson bother him tonight, although I thought that Klay Thompson at times played pretty good defense on him. 37 minutes tonight, 27 points, 9 assists, 3 blocks, just doing what Devin Booker does. Did I mention that he had 9 assists? I may or may not have. The only problem with Devin Booker so far, and this is literally just me nitpicking because I think that Devin Booker has played very well this season, arguably at an MVP level. The only nitpick I have with Devin Booker, and I'm sure that Devin Booker would agree with this, call me crazy, is that he's a little, I don't even know if like efficient or inefficient is the word. You know what I mean? Like, he needs to be a little more efficient. And by that, I'm really just nitpicking and griping about his shooting in terms of like his field goals, like 8 for 17 tonight. We've seen so many games where he has like 20 points, but shoots like whatever. You know, you guys know what I mean? Am I talking crazy? I don't know. Let me just play the Devin Booker drop for you one more time, and then we'll talk about campaign because campaign was awesome tonight. But let's just play this Devin Booker drop one more time.
Devin Armani Booker.
So let's talk about the MVP of tonight's game. Yeah, you heard it here first. Cameron freaking Payne. Cameron Payne did his best Steph Curry impression tonight. 29 points, 7 assists, 6 made threes. And you know what, you guys? Even though campaign's a little inefficient at times, he's actually been playing really good this season. I'm going to pull up his numbers because I think I even referenced it in a video not too long ago. We're going to look up his last few games. And again, do me a favor, you guys, if any ads start playing or anything, please let me know. So tonight, like I mentioned, 29 points, 7 assists. He's averaging 12. He's averaging 12 on the year, nearly 4 assists per game. But look at just the last few games. Now, forget the Miami Heat game. That's why I said, like, a little, sometimes he can be a little inconsistent. So 14 points, 5 assists against the Sixers, 23 points, 8 assists, 6 boards against the Timberwolves, 22 points, 4 assists against the Magic, and then 29-7 tonight. And yeah, he gets in foul trouble, but the shooting percentages are really good besides that Miami Heat game. I think Campaign's had a really good season this year, you guys. I think that he is just motivated. I think he's driven. I think he knows that he kind of, I don't want to say blew it, but I think he knows that he really struggled last year, especially in the playoffs, especially playing to the point to where he got benched, playing, quote, out of control, as I would put it. I said that a lot last year or during the playoffs last year. I think he's having a really good season, you guys. And I'm excited for campaign. because especially if Chris Paul is going to continue to miss time, we're going to need him. And sure, he might struggle in the next game or whatever. He might struggle a few games here and there. But I mean, can I be that guy that says numbers don't lie? He's been playing good. He's been playing more under control. He's been playmaking. The shooting percentages have been great. He's putting points on the board. Shout out to Campaign, man. I'm excited for Campaign. I think he's been playing good. So let me go back to the box score because there's a couple more guys I want to talk about. And then maybe we'll talk about the Warriors for a little bit. Although I kind of went, well, you know what? We don't really need to pull up the numbers. Let me just talk about Jock Landale real quick. 16 minutes tonight, 7 points, 4 rebounds, 2 blocks. What I saw from Jock Landale tonight was just what Jock Landale does. Aggression, hustle, rebounding, blocking shots, picking and rolling. Now, his 3-point shooting is a little bit of a concern. I think on the broadcast, they mentioned how he was like 3 for 25 at one point from 3, not in tonight's game, but just on the season in general. So the 3-point shooting is a concern. It would be nice if the 3 ball from Jock Landale could start going down, but he can play, man. I love Jock Landale. And I feel like he was kind of struggling for a couple of games. So it was nice to kind of see him have a bounce back game. Shout out to my guy Casey over at NBA Uni Tracker. He says, he said, beat the Dubs. Let's fucking go. Shout out to you, man. Go check out Casey's content. He's got a YouTube channel. NBA Uni Tracker on Instagram and Twitter. Go check them out. He's awesome, man. Appreciate you being here, Casey. All right, let's see. Just making sure I didn't miss any good comments. Andrew says Ayton just couldn't hit his shots. Simple as that. Although I feel like he did hit them pretty well in the first quarter. Good looks here and there, but misses them badly. Turnovers were bad, just inconsistent. So what more can we ask of him to be dominant every game? Shout out to my guy Cody who says, don't forget to roundhouse kick and Hulk smash that like button. Yes. How dare me to forget to remind you guys to Hulk smash that like button. And do me a favor, you guys, share this stream. I say this every stream, you guys. The best way to keep supporting me is just to keep watching. There's tons of great Suns content out there, but the fact that you guys can continue to watch me is just super flattering, and I just really appreciate you. Ooh, and Coda Kid with the ultimate burn. He says, when Torrey Craig has a double-double over our number 1 pick. Oh, wait, I played the wrong drop. I'm sorry, guys. I'm having too much fun with these drops tonight. Anyways, you guys. As a former Warriors fan who now hates the team, I love to be here, says Casey. Dark Side of the Sun podcast says fire hat. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Wipe them feet. Let me just make sure I'm not missing it. All right, let's continue on here. So we kind of talked about the Warriors earlier. And I feel like I did a pretty good job of summing up the Warriors. So if you guys want to check that out after the show, I go like on a little bit of a Warriors rant. And look, they're the defending champions, as I mentioned. So they can talk all the shit they want because they've won 4 championships and what? And I don't know why these ads are popping up because I have not been looking at Chicago Cubs gear. I can promise you that. But anyways, but they're struggling, you guys. It's pretty simple. Draymond Green, 9 points, 8 assists, 3 steals. So you can worry less about keeping up Andrew Wiggins, 14 points. He didn't really do too much tonight, although he did have 4 threes. Really, the story was Steph Curry. I mean, let's be real. And that was one of my gripes that I had with the Phoenix Suns early on in this game was they let Steph Curry get going
Good step
early.
through.
And even Klay Thompson, even though he did finish with 19 points on 6 for 17 shooting, they were allowing him to put up shots. And I thought the defense was super slow. Oh, did you say an ad was playing? Oh, God. Sorry, guys. My bad. Stupid ads. That's why I'm gonna click out of this stuff. I hate these ads. Did you guys even hear what I just said? I don't even know what I'm talking about. Anyways, but yeah, they Geek is getting cooked by ads. I am, man. The ads are attacking me. I don't know what's going on. Super Mario says you got good taste. I don't know why those ads were popping up. Like, oh my goodness. Stupid ads. Anyways, so yeah, that was my gripe with the Phoenix Suns and really the past couple of games. I feel like the defense has been slow to start, especially in this game. And I feel like that's now look, Steph Curry. I mean, I mentioned earlier he had 40. There was a stretch of games where he was averaging 42 points on 65% shooting or better. That was coming into this game pretty much. Um, so he can go off at any night. So that's understandable. But Klay Thompson was also another player who got way too many shots up early. The defense looked slow. That was kind of my one criticism. But the Warriors are just straight up struggling right now. And I really do feel like the NBA is wide open. As a Phoenix Suns fan, yes, I believe that they can win a championship. But do I believe that 8 or 9 other teams could win the title as well? Absolutely. And I really believe that, you guys. Like, the NBA is so wide open this year. You can lose on any given night. And that's just the NBA that we live in. It was kind of hard for me to accept too, because, back in the day, it was like team X can beat team Y or team Y can beat team Z. But nowadays, the NBA is just so talented that you can lose on any given night. Like even the Warriors, they've had some really bad losses this year. I mentioned that they lost like 5 in a row. Although I think that, I mean, the Magic are a pretty bad team, although they are a little more talented than as advertised. Like that's why losing to the Magic wasn't as shocking, because you can lose on any given night. I think that a lot of like casual NBA fans don't realize like what the Magic are building right now. Oh yeah, and we lost to them without Paolo Banchero, by the way. So yeah. Anyways, so now what we're gonna do is we are going to, if I can pull them up, we're gonna react to some stuff here. And I hope I don't get copyrighted for this. Stupid copyright. Why can't us content creators just, react to some good content? We're going to just react to some funny stuff here, and then we will probably end it. There's just a few plays that I want to react to, some things that really stood out to me. I'm going to go to the Suns Twitter account because there was a lot of good sequences throughout tonight's game. But let me just pull up. There's a DeAndre Ayton play that we could probably react to, but yeah, let's start with this one. I feel like this play right here is really good. So this is from the Suns Twitter account. The steal. Let me pull it up first. Oops, I'm already messing up. Give me a second here, you guys. I need to hire like a producer so that I can like have these things ready to go. Give me 1 second here. Here we go. Share. And let me also pull this up. Let's watch the highlights. All right, cool. So the steal, the Hail Mary pass, the touch assist, the triple. Let's watch this, you guys. And let me just make sure we look. Okay, cool. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Check this out. Jock Lindell tips the ball. He did that a couple of times tonight. He had a couple like back taps. Ooh, nice pass from Dwayne Washington Jr. Finds Damian Lee in the corner. It goes up and in. Let's watch that again. Damian Lee with that little celebration. Nice touch pass from Damian Lee, by the way. Look at Ish Wainwright celebrating on the sideline. That was great. Oh, that's so good. Damian Lee. Guys, I don't want to sound too cocky, but like even though Steph Curry had 50 points, is it weird that like I wasn't too concerned like about tonight's game? I don't know, like just I had this feeling that we were going to win. And that's kind of why I made like the reference earlier. I was like, this Suns team is full of sore losers. But like I meant that as a good thing. I think even Monty Williams said that too. He's like, this team is full of sore losers, man. And that's why, like, coming off of the tough road trip, which I thought was kind of a disappointing road trip, that's why this win tonight was huge. So let me pull up another highlight that we can react to real quick. That was a great one. That was probably the play of the game right there. Let me know what your favorite highlight of. Oh, and this one's really good too. Let's talk about Josh freaking Okogie, who, yes, I know offensively he's pretty bad, but man, let's react to this Josh Okogie block. And I don't even know if I like this angle, but we're going to react to it anyways. Check this out, you guys. This surprised me, to be honest. All right, here we go. Bam! He got up. Oh, yeah, that's a good angle, actually. I like that. Look at that. That surprised me, man. And I don't think the referees called anything on that, which was even better. And that's what I love about Josh Okogie, man. I know that defensively offensively he really struggles. But defensively, man, you know he's going to bring it every night. You don't got to question his defense like at all. Josh Okogie on that defensive sequence was amazing. That was so good, man. I could watch that like a million times and not get sick of it. That was so cool. All right, let's see. Let's pull up another good highlight. Cameron Payne was really good. Just making sure I didn't miss any good highlights. Is there like a Jock Lindell highlight we can react to, man? Jock Lindell is freaking. You guys see him? Like, yeah, here we go. So I mentioned that Jock Lindell had a couple like back taps and like the hustle on the rebounding and everything. And I feel like this is kind of a good example of what Jock Lindell can bring to your team. And let me just pull it up real quick. And this is just like the little things that the Phoenix Suns need right here. So check this out. Jock Lindell, nice block, hustles down the court. Booker finds Jock Lindell, and he hangs. Oh, he didn't hang on the rim on that play, but he threw it down. He had another play like that where like he drove to the rim and he just freaking hung on the basket after he dunked it. Look at that. Bam! I love Jock Lindell, man. He's so fun to watch. He's been such a standout and a fan favorite this year. Shout out to Jock Lindell, man. All right. So, Jock with the authority. That is probably the other play. Yeah. It was the other play. We're not going to watch it. But anyways, campaign was awesome tonight. The Phoenix Suns get a huge win. Shout out to Damian. Not Damian. Yeah, shout out to Damian Lee as well. But shout out to Dwayne Washington Jr. So, before we get out of here, let me just show you guys something. And I don't even really know how to like react to this. Oh man. I'm kind of trying just to process what's going on here. I retweeted it too. Where is it? Shout out to my guy Jake Fisher. And shout out to Mark Stein. Let me just share my screen real quick because I know some of you guys were asking about this. And I don't really know if I have like enough knowledge to process this. So let me take a sip of my beer and we'll read this. So Mark Stein tweeted out earlier, there have been some, quote, credible rumbles this week that the Suns have made progress on finding a trade resolution on the Jay Crowder or to the Jay Crowder saga. Crowder's cryptic IG story appears to be addressed to feed into that notion. So then Jake Fisher, during the game, by the way, late in the game, follows that up. Oh, wait, let me pull this thing down. Follows that up and says, word is that the Suns appeared close to finalizing a 3-team trade involving Jay Crowder prior to tip-off tonight against Golden State. He tweeted that out at 11:14 p.m. my time. Word is that the Suns appeared close to finalizing a 3-team trade involving Jay Crowder prior to tip-off tonight against Golden State. I can't even process that, you guys. And I don't even know what it means. As Mark Stein said, it could just be, quote, credible rumblings or whatever, however you want to say that word. I can't talk. I can't read. It could just be bullshit. But I'm somebody who actually trusts Jake Fisher. He has gotten some things right. And so is Mark Stein. Sometimes Mark Stein's on top of these things before Woj, before Shams. And don't forget, you guys, Chris Haynes apparently interviewed Jay Crowder. This was like a while ago. And Jay Crowder, that was when that whole story came out. I made a whole video about it. He was like, the business of basketball is taking its course, and the truth will be revealed soon about why I'm sitting out. And look, there's two sides to every story. But I think the longer this goes on, the more I'm kind of madder at Jay Crowder for doing what he's doing. Because my whole argument is, even if, quote, the business of basketball is taking its course, even if that is true, dude, if you're for this team and you want to win a championship, dude, you would play basketball. I don't know. The more it goes on, the more like kind of mad I get about it. So I don't know, man. Shout out to my guy, Sawbucks23 says, Jock is who we wanted Bender to be. Don't disrespect the GOAT Dragon Bender like that, but yeah, I agree with you though. Another hustle play by Lundell, LOL. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know, you guys. I had to get that off my chest. We're gonna have to see. I really don't know what's gonna happen with this Jay Crowder stuff, and I'm not smart enough to come up with some Jay Crowder trades. I've seen a lot of Jay Crowder trades. I've read a lot of Jay Crowder stuff, but I just don't know. I think James Jones, and as frustrating as it is, I think James Jones is just waiting for the best potential deal. But who is he going to bring in? And is Jay Crowder's trade value dropping by the day? Do I think the Suns need a little more help? Yes. Excuse me. Do I think this is going to be like a blockbuster trade? Probably not. Do I think that the trade will surprise us? Absolutely. So before we get out of here, we will, even though it's early, we will look at the NBA standings. It's still very early in the season, but I like to do this. I've done this a lot on my channel. I just like to look at the standings. We'll look at the standings and then we'll call it a day. Sorry if I was rusty tonight, guys. I haven't gone live in like a week. I don't know. I just wanted to go live. I like doing this, especially on a big game like tonight, playing against the Warriors and everything. So let me just share my screen real quick and we will look at the standings. And if you guys got any questions, comments, concerns, anything you want to talk about, let me know. Here's a headline for you. The Boston Celtics are really good at basketball. They've won 8 in a row. They're 12-3. I do not want to play them. I don't know when we play them, but I do not want to play them. The Milwaukee Bucks, also another good team, 11-3. They're 7-3 in their last 10. Atlanta Hawks kind of struggling as of late, but they're 9-6. DeJounte Murray and Trae Young continue to prove people wrong that backcourt duo can work. A team that I'm a little disappointed in, but I still have confidence in at the same time. Cleveland Cavaliers, they've lost 5 in a row. And it's still early. But, losing 5 in a row is kind of alarming. Toronto Raptors, I think the Raptors are a little better than their record advertises. They're 9-7. Jalen Smith and the Indiana Pacers are 7-6. The Wizards might be a play-in team. The Knicks might be a play-in team. The Sixers. I recently had my guy Philly Take with RB on the show. We did a little preview show before that Suns Sixers game. last week or whatever. They're 7-7. They've won 2 in a row. They also play the Brooklyn Nets coming up soon. So Ben Simmons return to Philly. That should be a lot of fun. Analyze the Suns versus Heat, analyze Suns versus Warriors. I kind of did. I made a whole video talking about that loss to the Heat. But I appreciate you being here, man. Have you seen any Atlanta games? It's tough. Not as many as I want to, but I know that despite their record, they are playing well. I like a lot of their team. I don't know how far they're going to go in the playoffs, but I do think that they are a playoff team. And I think if DeJounte Murray and Trae Young stay healthy, that they're going to be a really tough playoff team. But the Eastern Conference is deep, man. I mean, you got like a few play-in teams here and there. I think some of the contenders will get a little bit better in terms of standings. You got the Miami Heat, you got the Chicago Bulls. Shout out to my guy Super Mario Hoops. They're 3-7 in their last 10. The Brooklyn Nets are the biggest question mark in the NBA, and then it kind of drops off from there. So let's look at the Western Conference. Portland. What is going on in Portland, man? They're 10-4, and they won the series, the season series against us. I think it was what, 2-1. Before we continue with the standings, though, I just want to pull this up because we kind of talked about it earlier. We talked about Ish Wainwright, losing his father and everything. And I'm so glad he tweeted this, man. I wanted to tweet it, but I didn't want to like be disrespectful. When he made that 3, I wanted to tweet him saying that 3-pointer was for, Calvin Wainwright, his dad. Ish Wainwright literally just tweeted this out saying that one was for you, Pops. Man, I love you and miss you so much. Man, that hits deep. I'm so glad. And that 3-pointer that he made was just so confident. I knew that was going in right when he shot it. And that was late in the game. And again, you guys, the fact that he got on the court and is back with the team and just to come out there and just drain that 3. Shout out to the late, great Calvin Wainwright, man. Shout out to Ish Wainwright as well. Rest in peace. I'm sorry. I just had to kind of sidetrack and talk about that tweet real quick. That was... that's tough, you guys. I feel bad for Ish Wainwright and his family, man. All right, let's see. Super Mario, you said that the Bulls won't even be a playing team. I can't wait till we play you guys. What, on the 30th? I'm gonna have to get you on the channel, and you're gonna have to go on your Bulls rant and tell us what's going on with the Bulls. So happy Ish is back out there. Me too, man. And you know what? We're down a few guys right now, so we could use Ish Wainwright. Anyways, Denver's playing a little bit better. They're 9-5. Jamal Murray's back. He's the greatest player of all time, according to Nuggets Twitter. So, we got to watch out for him. The Jazz, as Zach Lowe kind of put it, they're coming back to reality. They're 6-4 in their last 10. They've lost 3 in a row, but they're still a good team. My guy Romp 2.0 has made a couple of great videos about that team. And the way that he put it is that they have no egos and they have no like true all-star on that team. They have a lot of guys that can score. They're scrappy. They can play. They hustle. And I think we play them Friday. So that's going to be a good game. Don't sleep on the Pelicans, you guys. They've won 3 in a row. They're 6-4. Don't sleep on the Grizzlies as well. They're both 9-6. Sacramento Kings have won 4 in a row, and they absolutely dominated the Brooklyn Nets last night. I watched most of that game, even though it was a blowout game. They put up like 153 points on the Brooklyn Nets last night. I am on the Sacramento Kings bandwagon. I hope they make the play-in tournament. I hope they finally end that 16-year playoff drought. They've won 4 in a row. They're 7-3 in their last 10. They look really good on paper, but they've been inconsistent to start the season. Clippers, I'll let you guys handle the Clippers. They're 8-7. They'll probably be a really good team down the road, but I don't know. The Timberwolves have kind of been disappointing this year, although they've won 2 in a row. The Oklahoma City Thunder. They're 7-8. I'm not saying they're going to make the playoffs, but they don't even have Chet Holmgren, but they're winning games. They're scrappy. And then, we talked about the Warriors most of the show. The Spurs are 6-9, and then the garbage Los Angeles Lakers. And then the Houston Rockets are probably going to be good like in 5 years. So that's my NBA standings watch. So I'll get to a few more questions and comments. Beyond that, I think I'm done. Thank you to everybody that watched. I'm sorry if I was rusty on the show tonight. I didn't even know what I was talking about half the time. I was just having a good time celebrating this Phoenix Suns win. We are 9-5 on the season. Before we get out of here, though, I guess we could just look at our next few games. You guys are going to watch this in live time as I pull up the schedule. We'll just do this together because we're all friends here. We're all having a good time. Well, like I said, if you guys got any comments or questions, let me know. Kings are the best team in California. What the hell's going on in the NBA? You know what? As Charles Barkley said, and I agree with him, we need more Sacramento Kings games on TNT. Quit talking about the Lakers. Quit showing the Lakers, man. They are garbage. I read this article too. I think it was from The Athletic. And The Athletic pretty much said, even though Anthony Davis is playing pretty well, and even though, Russell Westbrook's playing better off the bench and everything, if I read the article correctly, the Athletic article pretty much said that the Lakers season's pretty much over. Even if they quote, get it together and all that, or make a big trade, I can't see this team making the playoffs. I think even if they do get it together and they win a few games here and there, they'll be like barely a play-in team. I mean, 3-10 has to be the most alarming red flags like ever. And I hope the Lakers continue to lose. And I hope they blow it up. And by the way, if you guys are wondering, I've seen some LeBron James Phoenix Suns rumbles. There's no evidence to that happening. That LeBron is secretly controlling the Lakers. So that's my opinion. I doubt it happens. But do I see the Lakers maybe blowing it up soon? Especially if they don't make the playoffs this year? Probably. I don't know. But yeah, the Lakers suck. So put that in the chat. Lakers suck. Anyways, you know what? I want the Kings in the playoffs, man. I'm serious. I really do. I want them as our first round matchup. I'm serious, you guys. Call me crazy. All right, let's see. Suns Geek doesn't practice. What are we really talking about? Not the podcast, but practice. I'm sorry, you guys. Clippers have been the best team on paper the last couple of years, but they always seem to disappoint. I'll drink to that. All right, let's see. Jazz are 10-6, slightly worse than the Suns, but they are not a pushover. I agree with you, man. Don't sleep on that Utah Jazz team, you guys. And you know what? That's what's so tricky about the NBA right now. And I've said this like 5 times, and I've said this to like just random people that I've talked to. The NBA is so hard to judge right now. Excuse me, I got a burp. It's so hard to judge because I got to burp again. I'm sorry. Because again, you guys, there's just so many like contenders that don't have good records right now. And there's so many like bad teams or like middle of the pack teams that have good records. Like it is so unpredictable. Your guess of who's going to win the championship this year is as good as mine. I can't even tell you who's going to make the playoffs this year. I think we're going to see some surprises. I mean, maybe the Sacramento Kings do sneak into the playoffs. I don't know. Maybe we see a team like the Clippers be like the 8th seed or something, which that would kind of be scary actually, but I don't know. Anyways, let me just make sure I'm not missing any comments. Lakers suck. Lakers blow it up. It took 46 wins to make the playoff. Sorry, it make blah, blah, blah. It took 46 wins to make the play in last year. By the way, the Timberwolves got robbed, if I remember that correctly. Lakers need to end the year 45-24 just to match that and get into the play-in for a first round exit. LOL, they're finished. Exactly, you guys. 3-10 is a terrible start to the season. That should be the ultimate red flag right there that this team is not going to work for the Lakers. Clippers have just been injured the past 2 years. That's the biggest disappointment. I agree with that. They are missing Kawhi right now. The season just started. I agree with you. The season just started, but I don't know who's going to win the championship this year. And there's a lot of wonky records out there. And I don't know. I do agree with you. The Pelicans do look really good. Don't sleep on the Pelicans, you guys. Hey, Lindsay, I appreciate you being here. Sorry that you got banned from Twitter. I saw your DM, by the way. That's crazy. I'm sorry to hear that. But shout out to you. Thank you for being a Super Suns fan. Thank you for being so cool. And hopefully you can get a new Twitter account or something like that. But appreciate you being here. Anyways, all right. So before we get out of here, you guys, let's look at the schedule. Don't sleep on the Utah Jazz. We play them Friday on the road, by the way. And then we come home for what? 1, 2, 3, 4 games. So then, okay, so we play the Jazz on Friday. Then we play New York, possible play-in team. Then we play the Lakers. I hope we trounce them. Don't sleep on that Pistons team. I know that their record's bad, but they got some players over there. And then we play the Jazz on Saturday. And then we play the Sacramento Kings. And then hopefully I can get my guy Super Mario Hoops on as we talk about that Chicago Bulls game to end the month of November. So that's our schedule. And I think on that note, I think I'm out of here. It's been a great show. Thank you guys for sticking with me during this show. I was a little bit rusty. I was kind of just freestyling half of the time, but I thought it was a good show. We talked about a lot of good stuff. Shout out to Ish Wainwright and his family and everything going on with them. Shout out to the Phoenix Suns, man. Huge win. Great win. Glad to get back on track. And I hope that we can keep it up. And I love you guys. Thanks for all the support. Like I said, you guys, there is so much great Suns content out there. And the fact that you guys keep watching me is just amazing. And I encourage you guys to keep watching me. I really am putting in a ton of work on this channel. I'm putting out the videos. I'm putting out the YouTube shorts. I'm doing these live streams as much as I possibly can. And just the fact that you guys keep watching me is truly amazing. So follow me on social media, you guys. Links down below. It's on the ticker right here. Follow me on TikTok. I've been uploading a lot of TikTok videos. Lindsay says you're doing amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate you saying that. And yeah, thank you guys for being here. So before we get out of here, once again, you guys, shout out to my guy John over at the Suns Jam Session podcast. He was nice enough to make me this awesome. Whoa, I can't even show it. Oh, that's not it. Here it is. He was nice enough to make me this awesome city edition graphic with my name on it. He's currently taking requests and donations. You can donate to his Venmo. I tweeted about it. I think it's just John Viota, if I said his last name right there. He's taking donations if you want your own Sun City Edition graphic. He was nice enough to make that for me. And go check them out as well over at the Suns Jam Session podcast. I'm on their show a lot. They do great work and everything. So, all right, you guys, I'm out of here on that note. And you guys be safe out there. God bless you guys. I might be going live Friday, so stay tuned. Maybe we'll crack open some more beers and go live Friday and talk about this Jazz game and everything. But stay tuned for more Suns content. I think the next video you guys are going to see from me is I read some really good tweets tonight, so you're probably going to be getting another edition of reacting to Suns Twitter. I absolutely love that series. I love doing those videos. It's so much fun. So on that note, you guys, I'm out of here. God bless you guys. Stay safe and peace out.